Okay, here I am again. Planning on doing some trekking on some trails in a forest today. Plan the afternoon to get out there, and of course this weather system moved on in, and it's going to make it a wet afternoon for me. But I still plan on getting out there and taking a look, see if I can find anything. See if anything's changed in some of the areas that I went to last week. Not sure what to expect on the outcome of my little research treks out here. It has been interesting so far. I find it quite an oddity that there's so many formations of trees and things leaning in a teepee type form throughout the forest. And you see one or two and you say, well, that's a coincidence from a tree branch falling, but when you start seeing up to around 50 of them, you can't help but think that something else is going on in them. And that's kind of what has led me to keep going, is, there's got to be some explanation for it. And I'm not one to think that the explanation can't be found, because at some point I'll find some answers. And I think there's a lot of history with the forest. They predate the United States, obviously. They're older than us, and I'm sure they have secrets and mysteries that have yet to be found. So that's kind of what I go on. Okay, I'm driving down the road here in southwest Michigan, going through some farm country and some forests, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the sightings that have occurred in southwest Michigan. If you go to the BFRO website, you'll see that there's most of the sightings in Michigan appear to be in the northern part of the state, but there's been some significant ones here in the southwest too. And probably the most popular and well-known one is the incident that occurred near the Sister Lakes in the 1960s, where there were several sightings of a Sasquatch over a period of about 3 or 4 week period in the summertime. And there were several residents and various stories that were being reported. People in their house, people seeing them on a road. And so it became a series of sudden investigations for the local sheriff's department. And during that time, it grew to some national media attention, and it became known all over the world as the Sister Lakes Monster. And this was before a whole lot of research was done about Sasquatch. And it was early in the days. I don't know if it's before or after the Patterson-Gimlin film, but irregardless, there were sightings. And let's presume for a moment that they were real and there was indeed some sort of creature that was there. Where did it go? Why did the sightings drop off? I think that's a significant question to answer, and it gives us really two conclusions. One, the creature died or was killed, or it moved on to a different area and found a new habitat. And those are really the only two things that would make sense. And if you look at this Michigan countryside, you see that it is sporadic with farms and spotty forests all over the place. And if you were a creature of that nature and you were getting a lot of distraction and attention, and you needed a new habitat, needed to move on, or you were, felt like your territory was encroached upon, or maybe it was just en route from somewhere else, and that's how it showed up and got the attention where it was. So to continue, the question remains, where did it go? And where could it have possibly gone? And I think that this may be what I'm looking for. I've been curious about that story for a while, and exploring the possibilities. There's the forest that I've been going through has been a preserve since about the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. It became a state park around the Nixon administration in the 70s. Before that, it was just government reserve land by the military, and not a lot of people went in there. So I think maybe there's a good chance that something is in that area, and whether there's the same being or creature that was in the Sister Lakes area, that, you know, no one will ever really know that. But let's assume that there is one there, and there's some relation or connection. Then maybe I'm onto something, you know. The other major incident in Michigan was about somewhere over in the St. Joe, south of St. Joe area, and there was a couple of sightings over in that area. And there's actually legends about the big-headed people or something that live in the forest by some of the locals. And I've been trying to do some more research and to see if I can plot out exactly where they're talking about. And I don't think it's in St. Joe. It's south of St. Joe. It's in one of those towns like Buchanan or something like that. But irregardless, I intend to do some adventuring over there perhaps later this fall and see if I can find out more about where those stories came from and where these people of the forest are presumed to be living. But anyways, that's just a little bit of thoughts here on afternoon here on a Saturday. Looks like I've driven out of the storm that I was in, and I'll be hitting the trails probably in about an hour. So hopefully I'll have some more videos for sharing later on today. Thanks for watching.